Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the What's Good podcast. At home once again because lockdown seems to be back.
Yeah, although I'm actually convinced that you're able to come here and film it because it's work.
Same. Yeah, I think the same.
So next week, Randolph might be back.
Yeah, we'll try and figure it out.
Let us know. Let us know by tweeting Randolph.
Yeah, because tweet me. What are the rules? No one knows really. Like
that's what I mean.
I feel like it happened on Saturday, right? I'm looking out my window. Everyone's out and about on Twitter, on Instagram, socials. I see everyone out and about. I'm thinking
nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. No, the first lockdown when that happened, I remember I was like, "Wow, it's really quiet. Everyone was being locked in. Nothing was happening." And now I think, yeah, it's different now.
Yeah, although that was still tier 2, right? Before.
Bro, I don't know what tier it is. Honestly, I just. I try to learn, but I feel like everyone gives you a different answer. You know, you'll read one thing on like Sky News and you'll watch them on TV and talking about tier 2, tier 3, level 1, level 2, medium risk, high risk. I'm thinking, I'll just stay inside and make videos, open Pokemon cards.
Fair enough.
You can't touch me.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so obviously we're going to take precautions right now, but hopefully the more we look into it, but again, it's work, isn't it? Like work, filming, I think we should be okay. We have to check the rules.
We sit far enough apart.
Yeah, we do. Exactly. But obviously the luxury that we have with our setups and Discord is that we can always do a Discord episode. You guys really enjoyed them anyway when it was peak lockdown. So we always know we can do this if we have to be, have to be careful. And it's always better doing this than having no podcast, which is awesome.
No, we are on a roll. We will do every Wednesday.
Yeah, for sure. Every single Wednesday. There's one period where we used to be sloppy, weren't we? We were very sloppy.
Maybe a Thursday every now and then, just in case. Let's not.
Yeah.
But
we'll sprinkle of Thursday.
One a week.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, as usual,
yeah,
I'm going to start with the What's Good section.
That is good.
So, I actually have like an extra couple. But
ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one for you, Randolph.
Yep.
I believe Randolph has some lights behind him that he will turn off.
I do.
But he will vocally say, remember.
Oh, yeah, I will vocally say. Yes.
Just turns the lights off and shakes his head, and I have no idea. Okay, the first one is warm cereal.
My light's gone off. But I've tried Crave Warm, and I really enjoyed it. So should I put it back on?
That's warm cereal.
Yeah, back on. But I thought you meant at first, like, when you first read the question out, I thought you were going along the lines of, like, heating up my, I don't know, cornflakes or my Rice Krispies. And I was like, no. But Crave, I do that because that's the intention, right?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure the Crave is supposed to be heated up, yeah. Like, it says
that seems weird. I don't know. To me, that just... I've never tried it, so I can't judge it, but it just seems weird.
Yeah.
Like warm milk with... As you just said, cornflakes, warm.
Yeah, I think... I'm not sure if everyone does warm the milk up. I know that a lot of... Well, no, they must do. Yeah, they must do.
Okay.
Well, like you say, so my light was off originally for any cereal, like normal cereal, like cornflakes, Rice Krispies, Golden Nuggets, it's off. My light's off. But for Crave, my light's on because it's really nice.
I haven't had Golden Nuggets in so long.
That's my favorite. If we ever do, we did do a cereal to this, didn't we? Yeah, and I put that high. Yeah, that's my goated cereal.
I haven't had cereal in so long.
Get some, bro. Today.
I need to, because the thing is, I keep streaming till like,
yeah,
keep streaming till like 3 a.m. or something like that. And then I finish and I think, I could have a little snack before bed.
Yeah, you don't want a meal, but you don't want like a bag of crisps. You want something like cereal is a perfect morning and night. Well, super.
Yeah,
food.
I need to get some. For sure. Okay. Yeah. Well, give me one cereal and I'm going to get it.
Golden Nuggets.
Okay. Hope you say Cocoa Pops.
Oh, and Cocoa Pops then, Simon.
That's basically, I want to buy Cocoa Pops.
Buy them then, yeah, do you? Live life.
Okay, number 2.
Yep.
Horror films.
Oh, my light's gone off. Hate them. I like tense films, thrillers.
You like suspense and thrillers.
Yeah, but I don't like stuff like gore.
No, but that's not horror.
Saw. That is it not?
Nah, I wouldn't class Saw as a horror. I don't know, would I?
I like The Quiet Place. I like...
Yeah, those are thrillers.
Purge. Films like that kind of thing.
I don't know you know what? Just because I'm here and
we've got the internet.
I can use this. The Purge. What is The Purge? Is it an action horror film?
Bro, then I like horror films, baby. My light's back on. Because but I don't like gore.
Well, okay, let me see what Saw. Let me see what Saw comes under.
Okay.
Saw, okay, yeah, that's an American horror franchise.
Oh, my light's gone off.
Because I feel like there's a difference between horror and a gory film, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
they might come under the same category, but there's a difference between, for example, Insidious and Human Centipede.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it's like, but I guess they all come under horror. I love horror films, although my light would be shining bright.
Yeah, you love them. You and Talia both, don't you?
It's all I watch.
Yeah, no, I just don't. I don't know why someone would want to watch a film that makes them like sad or like cringe. You know,
it doesn't make me sad.
Not sad. Sad's not the right word, but why would you want to scare yourself? I'm saying, why would you want that?
It's, okay. Do you like roller coasters?
Yeah.
Do you not like the thrill of it?
I like the thrill of it, but I don't get scared. I said I like thriller films. I'm not scared on a roller coaster because I know I'm not going to die, you know. And if I do, lose a leg, I'll get like 3 mil, so it's calm. But I'm sorry.
Think how many Pokemon cards that is.
Literally, I actually could buy like all my dream cards. If anyone's got a roller coaster that's semi-safe, let me know.
Do you like Fright Nights at theme parks, like Thought Park Fright Night?
Oh, we went to one and it was. I didn't go to one. No, no, I don't. I don't like them. I went to Alton Towers Halloween night, and I'm like, why is like? No, that's a different. That's a different thing, though, Simon. Like, I don't like people dressing up for no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
no. So I don't like Fright Night,
right?
Purely because of the reason of like. So I don't like Fright Night, and I don't like horror games,
right?
Because I'm in control, and it's like a thing of, okay, I know it's not real, which I know films aren't real, but I'm in control.
Right,
so
yeah.
I know, like, if I just sit there and, I don't know, stand still, nothing can happen, really.
Right, okay. So
in a game, it's like, okay, it's a horror game, I just stand still. It's like, okay, you lose, you just respawn kind of thing.
So you like watching, yeah.
In Fright Nights, I'll go in mazes and stuff like that, and it's just a bunch of Donnies dressed up that take their job too seriously.
That's what I don't like about it. Yeah, exactly.
So I'll just kind of stand there and be like, oh, please don't jump at me. Like, I can't be bothered. Whereas a film is like set. I can get angry at a person. It's just provoking emotions, which I quite like.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure. I think I can join you there. I mean, and then again, like if I go see a movie and I'm prepared for like a horror, I like kind of like cuddling up behind my jumper, being ready for whatever's about to jump out. But I'd rather not. I like the films that are kind of like on the brink of like Purge, where it's like horror, but mainly it's there to like thrill.
Okay, I get that. I mean, I say that I really like them. Every single time I watch them, it's normally terrible. And
is it the movie being terrible though, rather than like your opinion on horror films?
Well, I like horror films, but every horror film I watch is terrible.
Got you.
They just normally have a terrible budget.
Yeah, they do. Well, they do.
Okay, the next one. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Animal print.
Animal print?
Yes. So things like, leopard print stuff or tiger print stuff.
I think it's tacky. My light's gone off for those listening and for yourself, Simon.
Okay.
I like, yeah, it's tacky. I don't like it.
Okay, we'll just move on swiftly.
Yeah.
Being passenger in a car.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question yourself.
Okay.
Are you asking me, do I prefer being a passenger or do I prefer being a driver? You know what I'm saying? So, or just do I like it in general?
Do you like being a passenger in a car?
Yeah, I like it. I think on a long distance, my light's staying on. I like it. On long distance journeys, I'd rather drive because I get fidgety and I feel like it feels like it takes less time when you're driving yourself rather than when you're sat in a passenger seat. But if I'm like going to the co-op or if I'm like going around the cinema with Laura, then yeah, I'm making Laura drive every day of the week. Used to be always the case when I was back in Nottingham when you used to drive everywhere. I was like, Laura, can you drive? I've been so tired today.
So pathetic.
Yeah, well, yeah. If it bags me a seat in that passenger seat, I'll take it. Yeah,
I like being a passenger unless I sit in the back.
Oh, do you get seasick or travel sick?
I get sick instantly now because of the masks you have to wear.
Oh yeah, they are horrible to be fair. Yeah, like in an Uber.
Like I hate taking cabs because I have to wear the mask and I just feel ill instantly.
Yeah,
but sitting in the front is all right. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, fair. That's very fair.
I feel like you get there sooner. If you're in the front, you get there quicker than the back.
That's what I mean. I said the same thing about being a driver versus passenger, so I'll allow it. But it sounds like awful to me.
Okay, hummus.
Oh, my light's staying on, bro. Hummus. I want to order hummus right now. We had some hummus the other day, didn't we? Together.
I love hummus.
Not together. That sounded a bit weird, but
yeah, that is very weird.
We were finishing our new song while eating some hummus.
We were, yeah. Honestly, I can't even begin to tell everyone how much I love hummus.
Oh,
I know that's really weird, but I'd give up a YouTube channel for a lifetime plan.
Oh no, you wouldn't. Which one? Which one? Which channel? Not clips.
What's good?
Oh my! To be fair, yeah. To be fair though, out of all your channels, that's probably the most expendable one. Then I've played myself. But yeah, hummus is the type of thing where you can dip anything into it, right? You can literally dip like a bit of celery, a carrot, a crisp, a bit of bread, anything you want.
Chips.
Chips. Anything. Literally, yeah. Hummus is great. You can put it on your sandwiches. You can use it as as an alternative to butter, maybe.
Butter.
Hey, Forest won. Just want to put that out there. 1-0, last minute. Let's go.
What? So did Leeds.
Did they?
Or we didn't. Don't know which has happened yet.
Oh, tonight. Yeah, tonight.
We're playing tonight. But yeah, we're recording this Monday during the day, by the way. So there's a few things that have happened. Which
it's annoying.
We'll get to that. Camping.
In video games or like out and about?
Out and about.
Well,
not talking about like Call of Duty camping.
Yeah. I love camping, man. Out and about, like in real life. I think it's great. Getting a tent, waking up in the morning with a bit of like dew on the grass, you just walk out there fresh, birds twerping.
Nightmare.
Birds twerking.
What?
What? No, I didn't say that.
Birds twerking.
What I love, we went on year 8 camp. Well, when I was in year 8, we went on a thing called year 8 camp, school trip. What I always found amazing with camping, right, is you're in your tent and there's like about a million other tents there because the other people's there as well.
Yeah.
We used to wake up and we used to think we're dead late or something. Like, oh my God, we're so late. You would open the tent, get out, and no one's outside. But obviously, because everyone's in a tent,
every time
you can hear everything. Yeah. So I'm like, shit, I've overslept. Get out, and it's just nothing to get back in. I've had a lot of good memories camping.
Bro, I find waking up in the morning after camping so sad because you never have like as good a night's sleep.
Yeah, I do. You don't, but I disagree. You don't have a good night's sleep, but something about like getting into like a sleeping bag, like and wearing a hoodie and kind of like being out in the wilderness feels good,
I
brushing your teeth outside with a bit of bottle of water.
I strongly disagree.
I love camping.
And then I always have to pee. I always have to pee before I go sleep, and it's like
pee in the bush.
Yeah, but then I've got to go outside to pee, and it's cold.
Nah, yeah, well, you just gotta stop being a bitch at that point. I think
I do, but at the same time, I don't need to camp, so I don't need to stop being a bitch.
Yeah, true. But you just go to the bush, unzip, maybe watch out for the snakes or the potential like raccoon.
Getting weirdly detailed about this. Go on. Then you pull your todger out.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, you so you do have to do that. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay,
getting weird now.
What about camping and video games?
Oh, no, I hate that. If you are one,
that wasn't actually one. That was just just
little bish.
Okay, caps. This isn't like caps lock. We're talking about caps as in like hats.
Yeah, well, my light has to be on because I feel like I've never not wore a hat.
Sorry, I'm talking like not talking bent peak caps. Flat. I'm talking flat caps or whatever.
Oh, flat peaks.
Yeah.
I used to wear flat peaks when I was younger, thinking I was a little gangster. But as I grew older, I decided, my head and the way I look in a dad cap, like the what do you call it? The bent build cap. I think you call it like that. Yeah, flat peaks are not for me anymore. But I do, people who wear them, love them.
So why don't you wear them again?
Because they make my head look stupid.
So,
Well, light off then. Yeah, flat peaks and my light's gone off. Yeah, not a fan.
okay.
Gulag hats. Hats with gulag written on them. Oof, love those ones.
All right. Meat on the bone.
Yeah, come on, wings. Yeah, pork chops. Yeah.
But you don't get wings when we go Wingstop.
No, that's a different story. That's because I don't want to get my hands dirty or because usually when we have wings, we're not really sat down or having a meal there and then. It's kind of like we're just eating before we go do music or podcast. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just put a fork in and just have the bonus wings. But if I'm going out and about at a restaurant and they ask me, I would go for wings, I think.
You've already second guessed yourself here. You've already gone, I'd get wings, I think. Because
one day I did get, it's just, in an ideal world, if I had gloves every single time, I would go for bone wings, proper wings. But
would you get a Nando's? What chicken?
I usually get the wings, the 15 wings is it or something, or 10 wings, medium.
Do you?
Yeah, if I go to Nando's, yeah, I there and then. If I don't get a wrap, that's what I go for. I go for wings, and I sometimes get the wing roulette, where it's a bit hot. Some are hot, some are calm.
Okay. Meat on a stick.
Oh, no, like a kebab.
No.
Yeah, I don't like it because you have to eat it sideways, don't you? You can't
once you eat the first one,
unless
you can deep throat the stick.
Yeah, but it's spiky though.
Yeah,
I would try to deep
turn it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I would deep throat the stick if it wasn't spiky.
But what if the stick is very short?
No, I like the long stick. If the stick's short, no, what I do like, those little sausages that you put on cocktail sausages. They're cool. It's a small stick.
That's meat on a stick.
Then I like meat on a stick. My light's staying on. Case closed.
But what about a kebab on a stick?
Lights off.
Were you okay? Briefs.
I love how people are definitely at home just fuming at me. Say what?
Briefs.
As in boxer briefs.
Well, boxer briefs are boxer briefs. Briefs are shorter than boxer briefs.
I don't even know what a brief is though, really.
Well, you have the internet at your disposal right now in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
So you look at briefs. So briefs are if you type in briefs, the first picture is mad,
Oh, no.
Briefs are
jock pants.
No, not like jock pants. They're the ones that are just, when you imagine almost like tighty whities.
Right, yeah. Not for me.
Yeah, nah. What are you? Are you a boxer brief man? Or are you a boxer man?
I'm typing boxer brief now.
Boxer briefs are just the shorter ones. Boxers are bigger.
Bigger then. Bigger.
Are you looking at it right now?
Yeah, no, boxer brief. Yeah, I wear boxer brief. I don't know, man. Why am I looking at just dicks? I've got boxer shorts, but they're quite they're not like shorts where it's loose. They're quite
If they're quite loose, then they'll be boxers probably.
Yeah, but I like boxer briefs. Then I like staying on for boxer briefs. What's the next one?
Okay, the next one is corn on the cob.
You ask so difficult questions, Simon.
How is that difficult?
Because I like them. I just don't like the mess they make when it squirts. You're eating a corn on a cob with someone in front of you. You bite into it and just squirt all over the face. Or you get one stuck in your teeth all day. But they are nice though, so my light's staying on. But not worth the hassle.
Okay. And the final one. Okay, this one should be easier.
Yep.
SIDEMEN Sundays.
Oh yeah, great. Of course. Yeah, like my light's staying on.
Okay. See? That was no fun, was it? That's why I need to choose difficult ones.
Yeah, no, I do appreciate the difficult ones. It makes for a great podcast, but it hurts my brain.
Okay, well, speaking of SIDEMEN Sundays.
Oh, what a weird segue. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, SIDEMEN have been about
in a relationship for 7 years.
7 years. Well, actually, it was 7 years on Monday. This is now going out on Wednesday.
Yeah,
we're recording it
XX.
on Monday. This is how I celebrate. I record a podcast
with someone who's not in the SIDEMEN.
Yeah,
but I've been about it
though.
Yeah, honorary. I've been about it since the conception.
When did I meet you?
me and you met for the first time when we filmed Sweaty Goals, which was before the Sidemen.
I know, but when was that?
Oh,
When Sweaty Goals came out.
Yeah, I think it was Christmas of 2012.
Oh, December 2012 that came out.
Yeah, and Heskey Town was the year before that.
So, I've known you longer than the Sidemen.
Wow, come on.
Well, obviously not JJ. And
Yeah.
maybe not Toby and Josh. I don't know, but yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Seven years.
it's been crazy, man. I don't. When I think back, like obviously I know it's 7 years, and when you say 7 years, just like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, celebrate. But then when you clock that, when you actually like look into it, it's like 7 years, really, and that means that it's been longer than 7 years since like we first met, and then also before I started doing like the music as well with JJ and stuff, which is mental. Like
we're getting old, bro.
We're actually getting old. Like it still feels like a couple of years to me, you know.
Okay, well, in honor of, Sidemen Sundays, and I assume you don't have many questions. Or do you have any questions about Sidemen Sunday?
No, see, I watched it, guys. I did watch it. I'm making an attempt. I did watch it on 1.5 speed, gonna be honest.
Okay.
I thought it was funny. I thought there were a few highlights in it. But again, there's not really many questions. So what we're going to start doing, we're going to start asking like each week, I'm going to come up with some questions, like Simon does with the What's Good, that are related to like the Sidemen. Okay. Maybe it's from the Sidemen Sunday. Maybe it's from a past Sidemen Sunday. Or maybe it's literally like, Simon, what's Vic's favourite food? You know, that type of thing.
Okay.
But we thought that for the 7 years.
It might be a test. It might not even be it might not be an insight. It might just be a test if I know my friends.
Yeah. I'll have to maybe ask one or two of them now and then just to put a question like, hey Vic, what's your favourite food?
Okay. You should do that. You should do that. We could do a test. We could do a Sidemen test. See how well I know them.
That'd be dope, yeah.
We could find like some of their tweets and I have to guess who tweeted it.
Yeah, I'll do this. Let's go. Big up. Come on. What's
okay,
the podcast?
Well, in honor of the Sidemen 7 years, Randolph has prepared 7 questions.
I have.
So we're going to talk about the Sidemen. Obviously, it's been 7 years of madness, all starting out from GTA. Yeah. I won't say any more in case your questions are anything to do with this.
No, I'll elaborate real quick. I find it funny and crazy how like you look now at the 7 members of the Sidemen, but literally at the point of like you guys kind of establishing or becoming established, it literally could have been anyone, right? Like if Lux was in your first ever GTA like game together, or video together. So I find it funny how like literally
first one online.
I think it was in Vic's one.
Well, Vic wasn't in it at the start.
So he was in someone's. I remember because he's like him, Ethan, and Josh running around each other.
Josh uploaded the first one.
But my point is more that like you look at the Sidemen now, right? And it seems as if like people would think that you've picked or like, oh, we're gonna start this thing, you included. It was more so like just who was spending more time in the calls together, right? Who was playing the games more together.
Well, yeah, because originally it was just
the Ultimate Sidemen.
Where it was like me, JJ, Josh, Toby, Ethan. Did I just say Ethan already? Me, Josh, JJ, Toby, Ethan. Yeah, that 5.
Yeah, then Vic and then Harry, right?
Yeah, well, we were just playing GTA, and it was like a thing of like, oh yeah, let's just make this it's not even a thing. Let's just make a crew basically on the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't. Okay, let me see. Where did Josh upload his first online? That's an online one.
I think we spoke about it somewhere. We did a quiz on it, didn't we? Or I used it as a question for something. But
funny moment.
We forget.
Episode 1. Yeah, Calix is in it. You're right. JJ, Ethan, me, Toby, and Lux.
Unlucky Lux. Unlucky.
Well,
mentally,
that was
literally it. Yeah. Right. So first question is: are you sat down?
Is that the question?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Yes, I am.
Okay, right. Prepare yourself. This is a very in-depth question, and it took me a long time to figure it out.
Sorry. Let me just explain one thing. Also,
go on.
So Josh's first video online was posted 3rd of October in 2013. And obviously we didn't start till the 19th.
Yeah.
So the crew, the actual like Sidemen crew wasn't there
at
this point. So Lux played with us the first few times, but then we started playing. We played more and more, and obviously he wasn't playing. And then we made this crew.
And look at Lux, bro. And whatever you were doing at the time,
should have stuck around, bro.
You have to ask yourself, was it really worth it?
Should have stuck around. Should have stopped drawing shoes.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate Lux being on the podcast last week. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, Lux is a great guy. Yeah, let's move on. Right. Okay. First question, very rough one. Favorite SIDEMEN video? Ever. And this is just SIDEMEN, so no like
not
Helium
my
challenge.
channel, not.
Yeah, literally SIDEMEN Sunday or more SIDEMEN.
You know what's Joyce is the Helium challenge is like. Firstly, I don't know how it did that well.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's considered like one of the SIDEMEN big videos. Like when we talk about the SIDEMEN, we use that. Harry's not even in it.
Oh no, he's not. It's just 6 of you, isn't it? 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my favorite to watch back. I can't stand watching myself. And like, I think you knew that already. It's between two. I've always said one, but the more I think about it, it's between two.
Okay.
So I'd either go with KSI v the SIDEMEN, which is the Raka video.
Okay.
Because I found that it's just so different, and obviously the video, like that's my favorite to watch back.
Yeah.
In terms of favorite to film, that one's still up there, but I'd probably go for the second holiday.
Yeah, interesting that you say that. I thought you might have said SIDEMEN Family Fortunes.
I mean, I don't think I can say that one.
I'm joking. Second SIDEMEN holiday. Which one was that? Which one was the second one?
So the first holiday, I got the good holiday, so everyone would assume I'd say that one. The second one, I ended up in Benidorm.
Oh yeah. Which was the one where you actually you went to Barry? You went to Wales. Is that the first one?
That's the road trip.
Okay, that's the road trip. Sorry.
That's actually one of my least. That's one of my least.
Yeah, you were fuming. He was fuming.
It's because we literally we couldn't even film much because we were just in the car the whole way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Benidorm. That's Sticky Vicky, isn't it?
That is Sticky Vicky.
Sticky Vicky in Benidorm.
That one. So that video. Obviously, I'm on the bad team, so you'd expect me to say, "Oh no, that's not my favorite." But we went to Benidorm, and having the list of things to do while we're there meant, and with no idea of stuff like Sticky Vicky to be stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was so refreshing to have an itinerary, but be free enough to do what we want.
Okay, yeah, I get you.
And also, it didn't feel like filming, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, you're still on even though it's the bad holiday, you're still on an experience. You're still with mates, going away to a different country, so you're still gonna have those memories, whether they're great or not. Benidorm, I guess yes, compared to what they had was a bad holiday, but people go Benidorm every holiday, so it's definitely not it is a bit of a stinker, but you can still have fun there, because it's the people that you're with.
Well, when we do stuff like game shows, obviously there's such a structure.
I was gonna say that, yeah, and
I love doing the game shows because they create certain moments, Family Fortunes that created a huge
JJ
moment
Vic.
and then all of the game shows have a hilarious moment, Ethan saying milk, cows drink milk.
yeah,
stuff like that. They always create these moments, but it's always so structured that you can't. It can't be 100% us. Whereas the holidays, the road trip, stuff like that is just us being us.
And also that
happens.
For you as well, looking back, think of the time it takes to film a game show. It might take a lot of time to prepare it and get everything sorted, but at the end of the day, it's probably gonna be 2-3 hours max, of that game show. Whereas to go and do a holiday video, you have to first of all drive to the airport, fly, drive to where you're going. It's so many more memories that can be created, and so much more that can stick with your brain for those type of trips. So I guess for a favorite video or a memory of yours, I feel those ones are always going to be higher, right?
Yeah, it's just that one in particular. I think Josh obviously plans those videos, the holiday videos. I think he did a perfect job with that one at creating one incredible holiday, one shite holiday, but the shite holiday is still fun.
Yeah, yeah,
'Cause-
it's important. Yeah,
The first holiday video, obviously I was on the good team, so I enjoyed myself.
yeah,
The others had like, I mean, it was still insane, like video wise, but I don't think they enjoyed it much.
yeah. True.
They went like, okay, it's quite, there's funny moments. We'll do this, we'll do that. But ultimately, they didn't come away thinking like, oh, that shoot was so fun.
Yeah, fair.
They stayed in an EasyJet hotel and rode around in a bus in the rain.
Yeah.
Whereas
It's
our
awful.
bad holiday was still jokes.
Yeah.
Like we ended up just getting drunk and then watching a sex show, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I get you.
So yeah, I'd say that one's definitely up there. And yeah, KSI v the Sidemen. Just I love Raka Raka so much.
Yeah, they're great
and
guys.
The video itself was just so different to normal.
From what you guys usually post. Yeah.
Although the thing that really annoyed me about that was the feedback of, oh, we waited a whole week for 6 minutes.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
yeah.
well, have you watched the video?
Do you know what goes into that video? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, we can't freaking have wires for 2 hours. Like,
Yeah. It's the
Why
same
is
thing,
action
like,
scenes for
even
2
like
hours?
Mr. Beast said, and even you probably found as well, like he can spend weeks, hundred thousands of pounds preparing a Mr. Beast video and doing a Among Us video, and it does better.
yeah. Well, I mean, look at our Fall Guys video, and then look at us playing Among Us for the first time. I think the Among Us videos are more views than a real life Fall Guys. And I know everyone will say, but that's because it's Fall Guys. But Fall Guys was huge
at the time, yeah. And also you went out to do like a massive inflatable course, like that's very adventurous, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, well, anyway, next one. This is a similar question. This is favorite video featuring the Sidemen, and it's, I put in brackets, the old house style. So it doesn't have to be featuring them all. It doesn't have to be, it can't be a Sidemen Sunday. So it has to be kind of like the helium style video or like the accent challenge, etc. And it may be helium video to be fair, or a crossbar challenge on someone's channel. You know what I mean?
So, okay. I mean, I did really enjoy, I really enjoyed the helium challenge. Like that is one I really enjoyed, but I think I probably, okay, me, Harry, Vic, JJ, Ethan, Toby, Josh. Everyone's in that. Okay. Yeah, I'd go JJ's original crossbar challenge 6 years ago.
Is that the one with like Freezy as well?
Freezy and Lux.
And Lux, yeah. And that's the Vic one, isn't it? The he hits the crossbar, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And then the indie music plays.
Yeah, I think so. Well, the thing is, me and JJ both did a crossbar challenge like 6 years ago. Mine's on 16 mil, you know.
Jeez.
His is on 54 mil. But
yeah. Maybe
JJ's one was just like, I think JJ's one was first, and it was, you know, when you actually had a satisfaction of hitting a crossbar.
Yeah, yeah. I imagine it got old very quick, right?
Yeah, like now we did the video v phase where we did Sidemen v phase crossbar challenge last year, and that one was actually really fun because there was like a competition between these guys that we know, and there's always been like a not an actual rivalry, but like a little fan rivalry of Sidemen v phase, blah blah. So we want to, both teams want to win, but you're all mates, so it's like you're happy when someone does it and you get really gassed. So that one was like real, but now if we just went, all right, yo, Sidemen, let's do a crossbar challenge for this week. Someone will hit the crossbar and everyone will go,
yeah, I get you.
And that's it.
I guess also age as well, right? Like back then, like actually was gassed to hit the crossbar. It was gassed to even be filming a video with your friends, like at some sort of like soccer event type thing, At
that point, you can't believe the fact that, we're going to film a football video and people are going to watch this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you're effectively like a footballer at that point. I know not talent wise, but
yeah, for sure. And
So-
how old are you? Like 16? Not 16.
I'll be 22 at that point. Still old.
I took it back. I took it back. No, 22. No way.
6 years ago.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
wait, I was probably 21. Yeah. Right, I look like 7.
That's crazy. How old was? So Sweaty Goals came out in 2012. You said that was 8 years ago. So I would be.
I'd be 19.
18. Damn, man. Damn. Time does fly. Flipping out.
Yeah. Well, I would have been 20 maybe at that point. But yeah.
Well, how much as Charles I was then?
Well, that was genuine enjoy. Like, I think you can see, for anyone watching, you can actually see if people are genuine, like genuinely happy about hitting the crossbar and stuff by if they're standing up for the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the crossbar challenge back then, you'll see that the second someone hits the crossbar, everyone's already standing around. It takes them 2 seconds to jump on the person that hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's kind of like the person hits the crossbar and a couple people will go over and be like, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think it has to be age and just the fact that I guess you've been doing it a long time now.
Yeah, you got to remember, I've done like 100 football videos of including the crossbar that include hitting a crossbar.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
it's not that, it's not that gas. It's kind of gas if it's like a competition.
Yeah. Or if you make like a challenge around it. Yeah. All right. Well, then maybe I know your answer here. It's probably an easy one, but I'm curious. Favorite Sidemen event. By the way, those watching, these are all like to do with like the Sidemen 7 years. So it's gonna be a lot of like favorite of the past like 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Sidemen video?
Which one now? Is in Sunday?
Or any? Either or both. Or neither, if you know what else.
I've got an answer, but I don't know if it's gonna be like an exact video, but I used to love the ones that you did in the kitchen with, I think like usually it was like you, Josh, and Vic, or sometimes you, Josh, and JJ.
Okay.
So I can't the accent challenge is the one that's popping to my mind right now, but those style videos, do you know what I'm saying? I really enjoy them. I think they're the ones where like, I used to watch the most.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like, is it accent challenge, isn't it? 7 accent challenge. There you go. 7 accent challenge on Zerka. Yeah, the accent challenge this is the new house to be fair, but you, Josh, and Vic.
Fair enough.
Sidemen YouTube impressions. Yeah, I used to. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So the next question was favorite event. Oh wait, do you have a Sidemen Sunday as well?
Hold on. No. Hold on. Sorry, I've lost my tab. Yeah, favorite Sidemen event, and this is kind of like either the charity match, Upload, Insomnia, any event, even like
Upload. Just to clear out, Upload was not a Sidemen event.
No, but I mean like nor is Insomnia.
Nah, but okay.
I mean, more of like the ones that you know, like an event that you've been to. So even like a 7th anniversary where you guys like, you know, what was it? The Arsenal one? 3 years or...
So we did 3 years. Was it 3 years? No, wasn't it 1 year was Arsenal? Or 2 years was Arsenal? No.
I think it was 2. I don't think you did one for the first year.
No, I don't think we did.
One was at the Shard as well.
Well, we went... Yeah, so... Oh, me and Talia worked this out the other day. Because I don't think she... I think she came to Namco, but didn't go to the Shard.
Wow. What a loser. She has not been around the longest. Wow. You should date me instead, Simon.
Did you say she should date you instead?
No. I said you should date me instead.
Is that better?
What do you mean?
You're telling me to break up with Talia to date you, and that means you'd have to divorce Laura.
You don't have to break. We don't have to break up with anyone. I'm just saying me and you could, entangle.
The image in my head is so disgusting right now.
Oh, no. You've given me an image of that. Okay, move on.
Okay. Well, event-wise, we had, we went to like 3 Insomnias.
Yeah.
We had Upload.
2 uploads or 1 upload?
2 uploads, I believe.
Yeah, I think I remember.
I think we had...
I feel like it had 2, but I can't remember the difference between each one.
You did. Remember. The second one was the...
You did.
KSI Joe Weller.
Yeah, because one of them was... I can remember 2 stores now. Yeah, I can remember the difference between 2 stores. One was like upstairs, one was like downstairs.
Yeah.
Just having a store. One of them was like a massive room, like in a corner. The other one was like in the open more. You know what I'm saying?
Did we have?
Because the first upload was I was working there. The second upload was when I wasn't really working there as much. I was like vlogging.
Oh yeah, we had 2016 and 2017. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Nice. 2017 was the Joe Weller one. The KSI Joe Weller.
Got you.
You know what? I wouldn't put Upload up there.
Okay.
Very stressful trying to run an event.
Yeah.
So I didn't really get the chance to enjoy it as much. Also, I don't know. It's firstly the stress, and also it just it didn't have the same novelty of like being, you'll always prefer your first event than
Yeah.
a repeat. And even though it's a different event, so something like Insomnia, you don't get the same feeling.
That's what I'm thinking.
Of
Yeah.
fans meeting fans and stuff.
Exactly. So obviously, like out of Insomnia and Upload, if you're going to do one again, you'd probably much rather do Upload because it's more of like your thing. You got more decisions. Because Insomnia was very frustrating because it was very limited. Like they didn't really, at times respect like the booth or blah 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 blah, a number of different things. But I feel like as well, myself being at the events, that Insomnia felt better. But I don't know if that's because it's earlier and it's like the first time like meeting fans in that scale, or if it's just because you got no responsibilities, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Insomnia, it was literally just kind of, oh, do you want to do a meet and greet at this time? No,
Yeah.
I'll do it this time. Okay,
Yeah.
that was it. Whereas Upload, obviously, I'm part of the organization of it, so I now understand the other side of it. And when someone goes, no, I want to do this time, I'm like, oh no,
Yeah, for sure.
you're ruining everything.
Yeah. So surely the easy answer for you though is neither of those, and it's just charity match.
Yeah, I'd probably go first charity match.
The one where you loved looks.
Yeah.
That was the best one, yeah. I didn't see the second one, to be fair. Can you believe the second charity match? I was on my honeymoon. How weird's that?
I mean,
we really are old.
You didn't miss
Yeah,
much.
I watched it. I was like, thank God. Can you imagine if I like, actually cut my honeymoon short to watch that?
Well, I'm trying to go through the events now, and it's like, we've still got Upload. The 3 Insomnias we went to, they were really fun. Like, the first one was really sick, because that was, I think that was the first time I really saw, like, oh my God, there's people have come literally just to see us kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the same time, all 3 Insomnias, they gave us a booth to sell like clothes and stuff, like merch and stuff. And
they literally fell down.
every single time they fell. Because the first time they gave us probably like a 1 meter by 1 meter square to store boxes in, made of paper.
Yeah, so guys, it was in the middle of the arena as well. It wasn't like a desk. There's no like table or desk for like sales. It was literally like a box.
Yeah, so
in the middle.
Literally, a fan would like try to like lean on it or something. It falls over, and then they can just see inside. And there's like 6 of us just huddled around inside.
Yeah, there used to be gaps as well. There used to be gaps between like obviously the two at the corners of the papers, and people used to like just put like a what do you call it, a poster through. You sign it and just send it back.
Yeah, and then the second event they gave us a much bigger one, and just didn't understand. Like it literally fell down.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Like, and it wasn't made of paper this time, but it fell down. It wasn't. And then the third time, it I can't even remember what happened on the third time. I think it just fell down again, didn't it?
What was
the third? I think the third one might have been all right. The third one was when they signed. We had the wall to sign.
That was the second one, no?
Was that the second one? I don't know. I think the third one was all right in terms of that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
but as I said, like the first one was the real, Well, no, it's more that had so much more wow factor of people coming to see us on like a stage, do stuff like play FIFA.
Oh yeah.
Can meet us, etc. That was like insane. But charity matches,
That was what the photo was, right? You know the photo in the SIDEMEN book of like me, us lot, backstage with Weller. Remember that one?
Is that one?
I think that was that because we performed World Cup song and stuff with JJ and Joe Weller.
Was that first? Was that not second? I don't know.
Might have been second, to be fair.
Well, yeah, those were all fun. I mean, uploads were fun, but a bit stressful. But charity matches, yeah. I'm trying to think.
Mainly football as well, isn't it?
Charity matches. The second one, I enjoyed the day. The match was just a bit too competitive for a charity match, which I know some people want, and I know some people are going to say, they always say, oh, you just didn't like it because you lost. But ultimately, in a charity match, I just want there to be goals. I don't even care if I score or if we win. I just want goals.
Yeah, I feel you.
And the other thing, we did an event. We did a fan event at Arsenal, which turned into like a YouTuber sick. Event in the evening. That was sick. We did a party for 4 years, I think, or 3 years at the Shard, and then we did another one at Namco. Which one did you like out of those? Did you come to all 3?
I came to all three. Yeah.
Which
Arsenal was fun. I think my favorite one might have. I mean, my favorite one maybe have been the Namco one because it's like an arcade. But take that away from it. If you know what I'm saying, maybe the Shard one because I've got two funny memories from that Shard one. The first one being went to the toilet. But I was desperate. I had to get a little poo. Right.
Okay. You ever poo in the Shard?
No, I didn't. What happened was, I was going to. Okay, I was going to.
Okay.
I went into the bathroom and it was just open. Like, there's no wall. The wall is just the City of London.
Yeah, but no one can see that high.
If they've got an extra zoom magnifying glass
I'm pretty certain
camera lens, they could.
I'm pretty certain the glass of like they wouldn't be able to see through that either.
Well, you don't know that when you're in there, Sam. It's very off-putting, you know. What if the window cleaner's coming up?
I mean, you're going in a public toilet anyway. You should. If someone has that lens that they can see you, they deserve to see you.
Why?
I don't know. Why not?
Well, if you're watching this and you did see me, then I don't know. Congrats.
Okay, what's the other memory?
The memory is fully enough, while I was going for this poo incident, Laura, right, got a drink, okay, from the bar, and her drink just collapsed in front of everyone. So the bottom of her glass just fell through and smashed. Like,
what?
She didn't drop it. Nothing happened. Her glass just broke and just spilled everywhere.
Oh, the
if
thing
she's
is,
here now, let her
Laura,
know.
and I know that's like,
you know, she would absolutely like crumble inside.
No,
like for those watching, Laura is a very, very nice, but she's very she's a very shy person, but not shy in the sense that like in a bad way, just more like
just reserved,
very reserved. Yeah, and then you get to know her and she'll open up a bit more, but very reserved. And obviously, in front of all these new people, like these are all my friends and all the people I know, but Laura doesn't know them. And there's people in there that I don't even know, you know, connections with you guys that maybe I've never met. So imagine Laura right now, she's thinking, you know what, I'm gonna get a drink. You know, I'm gonna be brave, get a drink. She gets a drink. I'm not there. It just crumbles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'll let her tell the story next time we're all together because it's funny when she tells it. But yeah, that's my favorite event.
So there was one bit in the first event at Arsenal, which has stuck with me. It's haunted me forever. Right.
Okay.
So obviously this is like the SIDEMEN event.
Yeah.
So the SIDEMEN got given these bands that basically we were doing like, so we paid for the bar for everyone. Yeah. It was like singles. You get singles or like beers and, you know, anything like that.
Yeah.
If you want to like, you know, you get a rum and coke, but it'd be a single. Mainly to stop people getting too drunk. But we had bands so that we were meant to be able to get what we wanted because we paid for it. Like ultimately, it doesn't matter really. So I went up and I said, could I get a double vodka Red Bull?
Right.
They were like, oh no, we can't get a double. And I
showed
them the band.
Do you know who I am?
No, I showed them the band and I was like, oh, I should be able to get with this. They went, nah, sorry. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What just happened? And I was really confused. And I was just, okay, can I just get a single vodka Red Bull, please? And they went, oh, we're out of Red Bull.
What?
And I was there like, I'm so like, so confused. I don't like talking to new people. So I'm literally just kind of silent, just questioning it all in my head.
Yeah.
And then Yanni comes up. The guy recognizes him. Yanamize comes up. The guy recognizes him. And Yanni's just like, oh, yo, can I get a Red Bull? And the guy like walks to the other side of the bar, gets a Red Bull for him.
Oh my God.
And ever since that moment, I've been so scarred forever. Because I've been thinking to myself, like, this is our event.
At that point there,
told me.
Listen, if you're trying to get into a club or something, right, and they don't let you in, you're like, oh, do I know who I am? Do you know who I am? That's toxic there. But if it's your event, right, and you've asked for a drink and they haven't given it to you, okay, fair enough. Maybe it ran out. You know, fair enough. Your band actually might not be a double. You know, they might have had rules from their manager not to, let people blah blah blah. But then for someone else to order a drink and then to get given one, you have to drop the I own this event. I own you.
I did not do that. I did not.
But if you did, that's a situation where it's okay, Simon. I reckon. I wouldn't do it. I would never do it. But you know.
In reality, the sad thing was I went to the other bartender and said, "Could I get a single vodka orange juice, please?" I had to
Lovely.
just change my drink. I was like, oh, this is too bad.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I can't deal with that kind of confrontation. I'll confront mates any day of the week. But I'd never met this guy, so
For sure.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
Next question. I think we have to maybe speed them up a bit. We're very in depth, which is great for the podcast, but we do have a couple more things to talk about. And this one, next question is a very long-winded one. So, first time meeting each member besides JJ.
Okay. Well, JJ was school.
Yeah.
Toby. So Toby, Ethan, and Josh was all online.
Yeah.
Playing games with them. But the first time
I mean, when did you actually? Yeah, when did you physically like, lock eyes?
The first time lock eyes. When did you know they were the one? So I think I'm trying to remember if me and Toby was either when he came over to my parents' house.
Ooh.
We filmed like a bunch of videos at my parents' house where it was like me and him playing online, but then we also played like me v him for his channel or something like that.
Got you.
And I can't remember which one was first.
Yeah.
This is really annoying me. I just need to find one of these videos. That one? No, it wasn't Rosie and Bro. Why can't I find one video? You carry on talking. Let me find this.
Okay, so I want to say, I find it so incredibly weird how so obviously I've known you guys for a long time, been very close to a lot of you for a long time, but I was never like with you personally because I was obviously I lived away, right? So most of you like lived down south, and then like say when like Cal moved there, Cal Freezy I'm talking about, he moved there as well to live with Lux and that. That's all right. So I always used to like be close to you guys, but not be as close to you guys. So I always used to think that. I don't put this. I always used to be very nervous about meeting you all. So when I first met JJ, I've got so many funny memories of like meeting him because obviously we all met online, right? But like apart from you and JJ and here and then, but it's just I remember being so nervous like to meet him. But like I've spoken to him like every night, play cards with him, always chatting, making songs. But then when I meet him, it's very, very nervous. And it's the same thing in Insomnia as well. I think Insomnia was the first time I actually met a lot of the rest of the guys. So obviously still know them, still speak to them as well. But like Insomnia was the first time. I remember turning up. And I was just there, like with my bag, like saying to Shifty, like, "Oh hi, I'm like friends with the SIDEMEN. Can I hang out for a bit?" It's just so weird, like seeing where I was just looking back. It's weird.
So I actually realized. So it was at my parents' house was the first one, but I actually met Toby before that. I tell a lie. The first time I met Toby was when Calux and JJ filmed the Teletubby video.
Oh yeah, big video in the history of.
Because right? JJ brought me along as his cameraman. Calux brought Tobias as his cameraman. Okay. And then when we were like hour and a half in, I think we were at like Canary Wharf or something like that, one of those stations around that area. And Toby had messaged Lux to meet up. And that's where I met Toby.
Jeez, that's sick.
Josh, I think I went and got Nando's either with later that day or for like my 21st may have been the first time.
Mm-hmm.
We organized to go on like a night out to celebrate both our birthdays or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was the first time I met him or not. I actually can't remember the first time I met him. Vic was at an event. I know that.
Like,
I want to say it was Eurogamer.
Right, yeah. Oh, I met a lot. Did you go? You weren't at the first Eurogamer I went to. That's when I first met JJ. Like literally, like face to face. It was at the Eurogamer where him and Syndicate were there doing a dance off. Remember the video?
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea when I first met Harry.
When Simon met Harry, who knows?
I actually don't know. I think it might have been no, it wasn't a Gamescom. I don't know. I actually have no idea.
Well.
Because we had spoken to him a few times because Josh met him in New York. At that FIFA tournament. And then I don't know when I actually met Harry. I'll have to ask him. Ethan. Sorry, I forgot Ethan. Yeah. Ethan, me, JJ. I think me, JJ, Josh, and Toby all met him together at the same time. We met him in Nando's in Westfield.
Aww.
And it was so awkward. Not because of him or us.
Yeah.
Because we've played with this guy for like
Yeah.
At this point, we played with him for like 4 or 5 months, and we're playing GTA. We were playing every day, probably like 6 hours a day.
Yeah, and you stay on a call.
Recording.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, we'd just stay in the call the whole time. We'd edit our videos while in a call, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we just then one day were like, "Yo, you want to go Nando's? Like, you want to go chill with Nando's or something?"
Yeah.
So, we walk into Nando's, and we have to just like find this guy that meeting someone online and meeting them in person is so different.
Did you know what he looked like? Did he actually post with face cam?
I'm trying to remember. I feel like I didn't know what he looked.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was going to say, I thought you said you didn't post face cam. I was like, you did.
No, I feel like I didn't know what he looked.
Those jokes. Hi, sorry.
I don't know. But it was so weird, but
you both
honestly,
stand up, embrace. Oh, bro, you were sick in that race, man. You came third, I came second, man. Since that day, I don't know what to meet you.
It was actually very very calm once we met. It was completely.
That's
calm.
what I'm saying. It's so weird, isn't it? Because you're like you've got a connection with these people that you spend like 6 months, a year of speaking to, like on Skype, Discord calls for so long, and then you meet them, and you're like, it's just a different dynamic,
Yeah.
Well, usually in life, you meet someone.
I was gonna say, like, I spend loads of time in Manny's Discord, and I've met loads of people in there.
Yeah.
Like, you meet them, and you can't have the same dynamic you have online. Like, you just hold back a bit. Obviously, after an hour or whatever, you start being normal again.
Yeah.
But it's just so weird.
Well, one thing I was gonna say as well is I've met a few people during like COVID where like obviously you meet someone new, you like go to shake their hand. And obviously now you don't do that anymore in COVID, but it's a weird, not doing it is so weird, man. Like,
well, not shaking a hand.
Yeah, like it's gonna sound very very hippie like here, but I feel like when you shake someone's hand, it's like you actually are like creating a connection between you and that person. Like it breaks the ice.
Oh, bro, that's deep.
Yeah, you're just not awkward anymore. Whereas like when you don't do that, you haven't actually met each other yet. You haven't like initiated like the conversation or like the meeting. It's just kind of like we're just two strangers sat next to each other saying stuff. Like, it's really weird, but I feel
I do get what you mean.
It's like when someone says, I was talking to JJ's manager, and he says when you get what's the jet lagged. When you get jet lagged,
yeah,
what you need to do is take your shoes off and socks off and go stand on the ground and like earth yourself. You know what I mean? Like put yourself in the earth to try and like I don't know. It's some sort of weird thing, and it works apparently. I think like handshake is the same thing. It's kind of like grounding each other. But it's weird. I don't know. Move on.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, carry on. Not in a sexual way, just like a,
okay.
Next one, worst SIDEMEN video. Oh,
one sticks out to me straight away.
Say it then.
But so while I'm saying it, I'll search.
Okay.
It is the SIDEMEN Winter Olympics.
Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. No, I'm kidding. Go on.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to be funny, but you said it. It took so long for you to say it.
Well,
I want you to say it straight away.
The thing is, I could go with, like I don't know. We have a few stinkers. We've got the ones that are like SIDEMEN react to old videos too.
Yeah,
and ultimately, we've reacted to old videos. The videos, the video reacting to old videos is so stinky because no one even enjoyed it that much. But ultimately, the concept is there. It at least what you're doing. You're reacting to your old videos.
Yeah.
So the premise is there. The content, I don't think, was there.
Right.
Same with SIDEMEN donate to Twitch streamers. The concept was there. You go online, you get these. You try and get Twitch streamers to do stuff by donating to them, and it's like a checklist you have to tick off.
Yeah.
The content was kind of average.
Okay.
The only one I really feel like it wasn't is that Winter Olympics, because there was no concept. We literally turned up at this ice rink
to do winter related tasks, I imagine.
Well, I won't out the person whose video it was.
Wow.
But they basically hadn't really planned anything. So we kind of got there and we were like, oh yeah, we could do, we could do some curling. We could do some like, how far can you slide or something like that.
Yeah.
And we all said like you haven't even thought of the challenges yet.
Yeah.
And then we were there for probably an hour. We had it for 3 hours. We were there for an hour and we hadn't done anything. So eventually we all just kind of went, this is stupid. Like, let's just like put our heads down and do a video. Even whatever we have to do, let's just get this done, because right now we're just all like skating around on some ice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that video to this day still doesn't really have a concept. It's just a bit stinky. And to be fair, I'm looking at our lowest viewed videos, and after, you know, all the old ones from like 4 years ago, like the face painting challenge, but that was, you know, 4 years ago, and club videos and podcast videos, that's our lowest viewed video.
Damn.
Like, that's our lowest viewed video of Sidemen Sundays.
How long have you been posting on the SIDEMEN channel?
Since the start of 2 years ago.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought in my head.
Well, we started, so I don't think this is one of your questions. So
charity match, right?
No, so basically we had our YouTube original series.
Yep.
And YouTube wanted to put each episode, we did 7 episodes. They wanted to put each episode on each of our channels.
Okay, yeah. I remember that.
So they wanted to put one episode on my channel, one on JJ's, etc. But they would put one episode free and then the others behind a paywall on each of our channels. And we all said that doesn't make any sense. Firstly, because you then have to go to other channels to find that. You're also going to get, you know, whatever videos on JJ's channel is going to get way more videos than whatever's on pretty much everyone else's channel.
Yeah.
And that might not represent how good the episode is. That just represents the fact that JJ's channel is huge. Yeah. So we all said, no, this is a Sidemen thing. We want it on the Sidemen channel. They said, oh, that channel doesn't warrant it. It's not big enough, kind of thing. To put this series, to make a whole series about it and then put it on there. So we basically said, okay, you know, we'll post every week until that. And I'll be honest with you, we didn't plan on posting after it either. Yeah,
I remember it was often a question like, are we going to continue, or how long do you think we'll go till we stop?
Yeah, we did this. We were kind of thinking, okay, we do it until the series, and then the series comes out. That's our big finale. Yeah. When the series came out, there was so much like our videos had done so well prior to that, and then that series did well, but most of the feedback was like, this is sick, but I almost prefer Sidemen Sundays. Yeah. And we just thought, you know what? We can do Sidemen Sundays. And it's just continued to spiral from there. Yeah. And it's been growing ever since. And I mean, I guess because obviously what many new people may not know is that obviously the Sidemen existed so much for so long without a Sidemen Sunday. It wasn't always a thing. It was more like, you are the Sidemen. You create your own content. You do events. Yeah. You know, you're in each other's videos. But at the end of the day, that was it. Whereas now it's like Sidemen is a channel now, and like is a content creator in its entity, you know. So it's very different. Well, yeah, we started the channel 4 years ago. Just that the reason we started the channel was for the charity match, because we needed a place to put it, like put the charity match, because we didn't want to stream it on one of our channels or something like that. So we thought, makes sense. Make this channel, put that on there. Then we kind of left it. Had a couple, you know, like we did a podcast or two. Yeah. Okay. Next one is favorite Sidemen song. And it can be like not the Christmas ones, but like anyone to do with JJ, your one, any diss track out to somebody. I would go with either Little Boy, or Harry's first diss track on JJ. Yeah, big one. Bro, I got to pee really bad. So what I'm going to do is, you can talk, right? I'm going to put an image on my screen of my background. Well, you have to give me a question. That's pretty much my answer. Oh, your answer. Okay, right. Here we go. This is a really good one to, for me to pee on. Wait, no, so not pee on, but like pee during. Go for it. Best Sidemen memory. Any event, any game, any period. Best Sidemen memory. Oh God. Okay, go pee. Run. All right. So, this is really awkward, because now he's going to come back and I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, I said this. And then I'm not explaining it twice. Sidemen memory, I'd go with either charity matches. I mean, all the events I'd go with. Insomnia, whatever the first one we went to. The first Insomnia was so sick, because it was like the first. Oh, that was really sick. But also, sorry, I'm not even finishing words. The first event we went to was EGX Resed as mostly a group, because we didn't go as the Sidemen, but most of the Sidemen went. It was like the first time Ethan had ever left like his area. I'd put that up there. The whole Sidemen show I'd put as one experience, and I'd probably put it there. I'd probably put that up there, because that show has literally created the Sidemen as to what they are now. Because, as I said, we weren't even going to post videos until that series came about. So then,
Agreed.
Okay, you're back. I spoke about some other stuff, but I think I've decided just the whole YouTube Originals show, like as a whole.
Nice, yeah, like the experience filming it and stuff.
Yeah, because ultimately all the stuff is, like one-offs, whereas this is something that has caused so much more.
Yeah.
So even though some of the shoots I didn't enjoy as much, I got to do stuff like I got to film videos with a bunch of people that I'd never, like Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah. And
Jack Whitehall.
Yeah.
It also meant we started posting on the Sidemen, which has changed.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
you just said a minute ago, you wouldn't have even done that without that show. That's kind of like that spurred it on. So yeah, even though that might not be exactly a single thing, it's like what spurred on because of that has brought you guys.
Yeah, so it's like it's made our whole channel. It's made everyone just thrive in general.
Yeah,
we got to film with some insane celebrities. We got to do stuff like go to Russia and float in zero gravity.
Yeah.
Normally when you get to do that, you have a third of a plane. We had a whole plane.
That's mad.
We met people like TP who ended up coming to work with us, and like she's changed all our lives. So it's whole thing, like the whole Sidemen show. I'd go that experience. Even there was some of the shoots I didn't even enjoy, but I'd put that still as top.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. All right, well, that wraps up the 7 questions for the 7 years of the Sidemen.
Well, speaking of YouTube Originals.
Oh.
Ethan has a YouTube Originals.
Yes, his marathon.
The issue is, everyone, we are recording this Monday, daytime. Yeah. Ethan's first episode came out. Well, it comes out for us.
2 hours.
In 2 hours. The next episode's out tomorrow, and the next episode's out Wednesday. So by the time you're watching this, it's already out. All 3 episodes are already out.
Yeah.
We've only seen the trailer.
But obviously we've like seen or heard of Ethan doing certain things throughout the process. We've seen like not the documentary, we've seen like snippets, or we've seen kind of like things he's been doing, and it will be awesome. Like, it's gonna be amazing. So like that's the first review. It's gonna be insane. But we haven't actually seen like each episode yet. So
yeah. So I mean, yeah, I've literally seen like 5-second clips max plus the trailer.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair, like it looks sick. Looks very sick. It's really annoying. We can't talk about it because we can't talk that much about it, which is annoying.
One thing I want to say about it, which I probably shouldn't, so I won't. But pretty much, I saw Ethan filming the documentary.
So you are saying it?
No, I'm not gonna tell details. I'm just gonna say like I saw Ethan filming the documentary. Like part of it, I saw him. I was just walking around and heard him, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then it was actually him. So yeah, I wish I could say more, but it was very funny.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Proper random, man.
So I'm gonna be honest. There is one thing that annoys me about this series.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing to do with Ethan.
Okay.
Have you seen all these like adverts and advertisements around?
No. Like, I saw him put in a chat of one where someone drew him on like a
there's that one, but there's also the one that's like I think it's in East London. There's like a giant 3-piece thing.
Jeez.
Like I'm talking giant. Let me see if I can quickly find it. But my point is more the fact that the reason it annoys me is because when we did our show, they gave us like £1,000 of advertising or something like that. And
maybe they learned from that.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah, maybe that's why. But they literally put up something like 4 A4 advertisements in random undergrounds.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to sound ungrateful, but an A4 advertisement, so like no one pays attention to them.
Yeah. But if you do, it's like you do, but it's one of the ones where it's like there's like 20 of them as you go up, and like as you move up, it continues each screen.
Yeah, but then the fact that I've seen these. I mean, I'm very happy for him. Don't get me wrong. It's just,
it's sick. It's sick for sure.
I'm more annoyed with YouTube.
yeah. But again, like I said, they probably just like either have more budget now or.
Oh yeah, they definitely have more budget.
Yours might be one of the first they did.
We also did 7 episodes and had to pay 7 people, so maybe they just had more budget for the advertising rather than the other stuff.
But yeah, shout out to Bears. Make sure you guys go and watch that. Make sure you guys go and check it out.
Yes, it's on Ethan's channel, Bazinga.
Big Journey. Yeah. It's funny after he did the deed. Oh, that sounds weird. That's when he came to do the packs here with Josh. He was just hobbling.
Well, the latest SIDEMEN Sunday,
he sat down.
He can't walk because of it.
Yeah.
I saw a load of comments like, "Why can't Ethan walk?" And yeah, it's literally because what a 2 days ago, maybe a day ago, he had run a marathon.
Good commitment to do that and come back and then film.
Yeah. So make sure you all watch that over on Ethan's channel.
For sure.
Said we would have loved to have him as a guest, but we also want to get him in person.
So we obviously we had looks last week. We had a few other people lined up, but it's like we don't want to waste it just on Discord. It's nice to have them in person. I want to touch them. So
let us know, chat. I'm streaming. What's happening? Let us know. Tweet in Randolph, put it in the comments to this video, or whatever. Just let us know somehow. If we're allowed guests, like if we're allowed to do stuff next week, we could literally try and get Ethan.
Yep.
And talk to him about it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know, like, let us know, because I feel like we are allowed with work.
Yeah, I think as long as we have precautions and obviously we're safe and we make sure we're like hand sanitizer, etc. I'm sure there's definitely precautions we can take to make it possible.
So, because that'd be good, because obviously it would have been good for this week, but by next week, we'll have watched it. We could talk to him about it.
For sure. Yeah, real quick, shout out to Jenny Boy 140 for the subscription on my Twitch tier 1. I'm recording on OBS and I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I don't think I shouted it out on my stream. So for what it's worth, just make sure that £5 is worth it. Shout out Jenny Boy.
Okay, well, another YouTube original that came out, was Mr. Beast's.
Yeah, and I didn't watch it. And guys, I'm going to apologize to you first and foremost because I saw this event and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to watch it. I've got some cards to sort. I've got something else to do. I was like, I ain't going to watch it. But then I thought, I've got a podcast where I literally speak about things that happen in the week, so I'm going to start watching stuff like this.
Well, right now it's on 16 million views.
Oh my God. I'm such a boomer.
I literally clicked on the video. I have an advert for it.
Yeah.
For honey of Mr. Beast.
Oh, wow. So he's
literally his own advert.
that's winning. That's winning.
So this is actually the second creator games of the YouTube originals. The first one was the Rock, Paper, Scissors tournament.
Yeah.
So this one is basically a trivia tournament where he got, I don't know, like 16 or 32. I don't know, something like that.
Because wasn't Logan's called the Challenger Games?
What's that?
Wasn't Logan Paul's?
Yeah, this is the creator games.
Ah, okay.
So basically, he got them, and he had like a best of 3 head-to-head trivia, like knowledge thing, which you'd think JJ would be good at. Obviously, he's got it tattooed on him.
Yeah.
But he ended up going out first round
He got
to
first
Rosanna
rounded.
Pansino.
Unlucky JJ.
So, yeah, you didn't watch it, which is kind of annoying.
I watched his part. I swear I watched him against Addison Rae.
Well, the thing is with this, right? It was good. Obviously, when you're doing a live stream and you've got this many creators, there's always going to be stuff that goes wrong.
Yeah.
The only thing, I actually think it was all smooth and everything. The only thing I didn't like it, and this isn't me hating on it, it's just something I couldn't understand. And I know the comments agreed with me in the video, like on the live stream, because everyone was actually way more rude about it. Was certain people had multiple people.
Yeah, I think he addressed this, didn't he, after that on a tweet?
He might have done. Let me load it. What, Mr. Beast's Twitter?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, he tweeted about Among Us. Wow. Any YouTubers trying to play Among Us for a video? Have an open slot? Oh, I should have replied.
Jeez. When was that?
You off. That's 13 minutes ago.
Oh, bro, go and do it.
See, this is why I miss
Twitter.
just for stuff like that.
Yeah.
He said, I see some people mad that I let multiple people compete on a single team in the trivia tournament. Honestly, the tournament was just for fun and to bring the community together. And I'd appreciate if you were to get mad at anyone, get mad at me. It was my decision. I get that. And I like,
Yeah.
He says, the criticism is noted. I'll definitely keep all the teams the same size next time. 100% my bad.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think it's an issue.
Yeah.
It's like, it's definitely not something to hate on it for. It's just something that, yeah, next time I think,
Do better. Or like
but
improve.
ultimately it's always a learning thing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So the team that won was Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio,
Jeez.
but the entire tournament it was those two plus their mum and dad.
Yeah, I heard that.
So they went up against a couple people, like I think they went up against Quebble Cop.
And we all know Boomers have got the more knowledge, right?
Well, there was a question or two that was like, oh, how many points did Michael Jordan score in his career or something like that?
Yeah.
And I mean, firstly, they're American, so they have an advantage anyway, because I don't know if Quebble even watches that much basketball. But Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio both just instantly look at their dad, and their dad whispers something, and it's a decent guess.
Yeah.
And then, the next question is, in the final, it was like, oh, what's pi to this many digits? And I think it was Dixie D'Amelio knew it. So it's kind of like, I mean, having more people is obviously,
easy. Yeah,
way more beneficial.
Four brains are better than two.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, it doesn't matter anyway because, the money was going to subscribers anyway. So
yeah,
it's just, next time, I think that is the one thing that could change. But ultimately, the whole thing went well. They got ridiculous views. They got good feedback, etc.
Yeah.
I think it's mad what Mr. Beast does. Mr. Beast does keep coming up with new stuff.
Yeah. Credit to
him. Because like this is kind of like, we've just done Trivial Pursuit, but to do it live with that many creators from around the world is different.
Yeah, and it must be tough as well because obviously like a lot of these creators are really busy as well. And so for them to like, it's not obviously for them to do it, it's for charity as well. So it's good. But it's like, I'm saying for him, it must be a lot of pressure to know that he is responsible for 32 people's time. Or the time of 32 different people. So definitely a lot of pressure. And yeah, you can only do so much. So shout out to him for putting it on. And, if there are any certain things that he feels like he could do better next time, I'm sure he will do that,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not, there's no need to hate on it for certain stuff. It's just, like constructive criticism is what you need.
It's always the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a madness. Like $300,000 to the winner.
Yeah, big up.
So, yeah.
Mr. Beast doing
the
bits.
challenge games. I wonder how many he's got. You've got trivia. You've got rock, paper, scissors. What's next?
Sort of rap battle.
Oh, I think it might just be like... You see the game Quiplash? You ever played Quiplash?
Yeah.
Imagine that. Yo, Mr. Beast, if you're listening to this, I've had an idea for you.
Come on.
So, you do Quiplash, basically, where, say he has JJV Logan for ease.
Yeah.
You basically put them head to head. You give them a question like, name a bad superhero.
Spider-Man.
Then they both write an answer.
Yeah.
And it anonymously goes out to the audience watching.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And the audience vote on it, and it's like whoever wins goes through to the next round. It's basically the same as the trivia one, but it's like voted by the audience. And as long as it's anonymous, you can't say, oh, but whoever has the big audience will win.
Yeah, that's cool actually. Yeah, more of an audience engagement way. Yeah, that's sick. Mr. Beast,
that's quite a sick idea. I'm like, you know what?
That's $500K.
If I have a way of messaging him, I'm going to message him.
So you just look on Twitter, right?
I don't log on Twitter.
No. Well,
any tweet you see of me is me texting George to tweet.
Well, text George to text Mr. Beast to text you, to text George back to then text you to then text George back to text.
That conversation. I do miss Twitter for that reason. George showed me a picture the other day, and I had like 9 DMs that I just look really rude by not replying.
You know what? You know what would be sick? Facebook's got Facebook Messenger. It'd be sick how you could get Twitter Messenger.
DMs.
Yeah, so that'd be sick.
Yeah. It's annoying.
I guess the last thing on our list is another thing we can't really speak about in depth because obviously you guys all probably hopefully some of you saw my video where Simon and I went to buy the first original ever Pokemon booster box, so the base set booster box. We split it, so it's a lot of money. It was 20k, so we did 10k each. It's like we're gonna do a video on my channel and a video on Simon's channel. 18 packs on mine, 18 on his, and whatever card you get, you keep. It's like a pack battle. But Simon's yours not gonna come out until this podcast is up, right?
Yeah, mine will probably be out today, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Randolph's will be out. We won't spoil it.
No,
but ultimately, all you need to know is this is the same kind of like it's the same cards as the one Logan opened on live stream, just not first edition.
Yeah, so literally exactly the same. It just doesn't have a first edition symbol on. The first edition symbol means it's much rarer. It's a shorter print run, more expensive. But end of the day, it's the same experience. You know, the same less value, but the same excitement. And it's still 20k. It's like a ridiculous box.
Yeah, and I mean, Randolph just told me before that the card that obviously everyone goes after the first edition Charizard was going for like 200k, right? The first edition one.
Yeah. So
the one in this box, if we manage to pull it,
and it was a 10 PSA 10,
and PSA 10 would be like 30k.
Yeah.
So
$30.
It's still ridiculous money. Even though it's not first edition, it's still way above like. It's still
It's I think it's probably the biggest amount of money I've ever invested into like a video.
And I mean, again, I'm not going to spoil anything, but let's just say both videos are mad thing.
Yeah, they're sick. So if you can check that out. It's crazy seeing where Pokemon's going because obviously like I've been doing this and banging on a podcast for about like 6 months now, and now for the last 3 weeks we've actually had like a legitimate reason to speak about it.
I mean, it's weird though because it's also it's so I'm not getting into it in terms of like Randolph is into Pokemon. In terms of like he will, he collects them. He'll buy decks to keep or investment. He'll buy them just for fun to open. He'll buy them for every. You are trying to basically you want every single Pokemon card to own, not to sell.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm a collector. Yeah.
Whereas I don't want to throw myself into that. I just want certain cards. Like as Randolph will tell you. Something like a Venusaur.
Okay, yeah.
Is worth less to me than an Arcanine just because I love Arcanines.
Yeah, so say like a non-hollow Arcanine versus like a hollow Venusaur is how one would prefer the one that you like.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, if someone offered me an Arcanine for a Venusaur and I had one, I wouldn't sell it. I wouldn't trade that because I could sell the Venusaur and get 10 Arcanines. But
I see. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like nice, I'm very like minimal.
Yeah, just opening packs is like a really fun ththing. Like even again, like obviously you guys open FIFA packs. So it's the same concept, like match attacks, whatever. Everyone always enjoys opening packs. It's just that Pokemon is something that I've always enjoyed, and we've all had in our childhood. So I guess where you maybe will like stop at a certain gen, I'm still there like Gen 8. Like I play the games as well. Like for me, Pokemon's always been a big thing. So I've enjoyed these 3 weeks being able to speak about it guilt free.
I mean, since we've opened that. I have bought about 4 or 5 cards plus, I think 15 boxes.
Jeez, come on!
Not the 20k boxes, just to clear up.
Yeah,
they're like 100, 200 pound, whatever. I don't know, something like that. Still a lot, but
yeah.
I think I'm going to keep a few just to have and
display.
Then open a few for fun because
that's sick.
They are really fun to open. But again, as you said, I only really like Gen 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So I'm quite limited in terms of packs that I open and get real enjoyment out of.
Yeah, you should have played the new game when it first came out, and then at least you'd have like an attachment to some of the newer Pokemon in that gen.
Well, I was saying this to Randolph the other day. I'm not going to dive into this, but I was saying it's actually quite sad because opening that box is the first time I've really enjoyed like that kind of like I've got that excitement for a while in terms of like a game or something like that. Like I don't really have hobbies anymore. Whereas even though that one was a video, like when I used to film football videos, it felt more like a hobby than a video.
Yes, yeah. Exactly.
But over the years, it's slowly like it shifted to the other side.
Well, I think with this one, it was more of a sense that like obviously I'm creating content with especially like a Pokemon channel. I'm going big into it, but also we both bought his box because we wanted it, and then we put it in a video as a way to kind of like make some money back for the video for the box, but also have an excuse to
get rid of a bit of the guilt. Get rid of a bit of the guilt for
I think both, if it wasn't that much money, or if we could afford it, we both would have done that for fun. Like, so that's why it did feel really pure. Like, we are doing it for a video, but we just at the end of the day we just sat there opening cards while filming it. So like, I do agree with what you're saying, because even if you play like Among Us, has felt like that a lot recently. But then there's certain times where you think, I'm still recording or I'm still streaming.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and you're playing other games as well. It's like you're doing this for content. It was like this one, we're doing it for the enjoyment, and then we'll use it as content. You know?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't think you saw what happened on Among Us yesterday, did you?
No.
So I was streaming Among Us. I ended up doing an 8-hour stream.
Jeez.
Randolph left after about 2.5, I think.
Yeah, I didn't play for long. I told you I was sorting cards, but I was also just tired. I was like, you know what? I'm not focusing on the game. Like, I'm sorting like purchases out for some other boxes. So I just wasn't like...
Well, by the time you left, I hadn't been imposter.
Oh, God.
I think we probably played about 10 games by the time you left.
Yeah. I think I had imposter like 3 times in that one, by the way.
So I ended up getting a crewmate streak of 27.
Oh my gosh.
So I was 6 hours in, and then I ended up like everyone left.
Yeah.
And I went into a public lobby, played a bunch more. Yeah. And then I got imposter.
Uh-huh.
Ran to the right. Finally, kill timer ran down. I could kill someone. Everyone quit. Game over.
Oh no! What did you do? You just rage quit?
It was 7 hours or something like that, and I'd been imposter once and not killed. Then eventually later on, I got imposter, and I just went around and I just killed a bunch of people, and we won. But it's like it was a public lobby. Like, I don't care if you know. What I mean.
Yeah.
A public lobby, getting kills. All you need to do is you kill someone, report it, and go, "I saw yellow," and they'll go,
"Yellow."
Oh, yeah, done.
That's why everyone always says like, "Oh, will this game die?" And I'm like, "No." Obviously, another game will overtake it at some point, maybe, but it won't die in the sense of the game being bad, because the game is dependent on the people purely. Like, the game's there as a base game. Like, it depends who you play with. Like, that's literally what will decide. So it's like, do you like your friends? Yes. If so, the game will last. If you don't like your friends, probably no.
Like, we've even spoken about playing it. Just when there was a lockdown, we did pub quizzes. Now we're like, we should do a night where we just drink and play. Among Us together.
We should do that, yeah, for sure.
The fact that we're saying that shows that the game doesn't really matter about the game. It's
exactly
just putting yourselves in a situation to socialize.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Oh, well, that was enough about the Sidemen in 7 years.
Yes. One thing I will say, while we're still lingering with Pokemon, I've just bought 2 jungle boxes to do a box break this Saturday. Okay, so this Saturday on my channel, I'm doing a live stream. I'm okay to promote it on here, right, Simon? So
sure, we don't have any ads.
No, don't have any ads. If you want a pack, if you want to be a part of the live stream, then check out my website, pokeran.net, and go and check one out. I'm just letting you know that it's going to happen. So,
and if you want me to just be in the background of the stream, then tweet Randolph saying, "Get Simon."
Come on. Well, do you want to be in, Simon?
Depends if people tweet you.
Yeah, guys, still tweet it. Yeah, do that for sure. But I'll probably say yes.
But I just want to watch. Like, I want the excitement. Yeah. You see, when like we were opening these cards, and you pull something, I'm still gassed. Like, even though you get to keep it, I'm still gassed.
Yeah,
it's just the excitement of pulling the card.
Yeah, well, we'll speak about it. Next weekend. We'll be able to speak. Or next podcast, we'll be able to speak about it more in detail. But
well, yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Make sure you rate us 5-star on everything.
Do that, yeah, and let us know as well. You know, I think we can film with people. Let us know if you know any details about that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, thanks for watching.
In a bit. Peace.